Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Adavi, coming to you this week from Greenville, Pennsylvania at the 13th Annual Heritage Days Super Cruise. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
The Heritage Days Super Cruise is now in its 13th year, and man has this show grown. It takes place every July as part of the Greenville Heritage Days Festival. Since it began, promoter Bill Sumners has gathered as many as 700 cars along Main Street, rain or shine. Thousands of spectators come to check out these classics, hot rods, and new schools. There's definitely something for everyone.
The old limo was really, really neat. It was in the 1960s, and I've never seen a limo like that. That was cool.
Fantastic show. We like it. We come all the way over from West Farmington, Ohio, 35 miles. We got 4 miles out of time. Lost both our cooling fans. The car overheated. We got that fixed this morning. It's a great show. We love coming over here.
The one truck up there was like an E650, like a limo truck. I never thought that existed, honestly.
The highlight of my day, I think, was the Crackle Fest, and with cars making a lot of noise.
We're from Greenville, PA, just up the hill here. Oh, it was a great show. Place was packed at like 9:30 this morning. Very surprising.
So it's been really something. Bill Sumners does a great job with this, and it's huge. I mean, it's great family fun.
Be around other people and look at the cars.
I love it. Great. Very nice. We got a grade 8 trophy and jacket.
It was very busy. This is actually the first one that we've had the ice cream trailer that we brought it to. Me, my daughter, and my husband. Ice cream, floats, and hot apple dumplings. Penn State Creamery ice cream. We'll definitely be back.
I'm here with Greg and his beautiful 40 Ford behind me that his father built and he gets to enjoy. Tell us about the car.
It's a 1940 Ford convertible, chopped channeled section. It's got the Carson top on it.
When you say section, what do you mean by that?
Well, section is like where they take actual metal out of the body.
To widen it or narrow it?
Or yeah, in this case it was to shrink it down.
Got it. That's very cool. Now your father built this car himself.
Well, he didn't necessarily build it himself. This was actually originally done in the 50s,
really?
From what we were told. A friend of his had it in the rafters of his garage back in the late 70s when my dad
In the rafters of the garage?
In the rafters of a garage. My dad's good friend that does all my dad's paint jobs, Paul Stamp. Painted the car, put it back together, and then Portage Trim did the interior, the top.
Greg's father passed away in January and he's getting a memorial award.
Yeah, they're giving away a memorial award in honor of my dad today. So it's a pretty nice honor.
Very cool. Thank you for the story. Thank you for letting us check out your car, Greg. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm here with Randy and his 61 Ford station wagon that he drove all the way up from Georgia to attend to this show, and you'll be going to the good guys after this.
Right, absolutely.
Tell us about your wagon.
It's a 1961 Ford Ranch wagon. It's the last year Ford made a two-door full-size wagon. They made some Falcons. So it's not a rare car, but it's rare that there's only like, in the 6 years it took me to build this, I only found this car and 2 other ones. You know,
and what have you got done to it as far as the chassis goes?
Just a ton of mods up under it, but as far as the chassis work, it's just all art marks.
You got all the goodies, suspension, they got the wheel-bit brakes, you got the 9-inch Ford rear.
Right.
You even got a 32-valve 4.6 pumper motor in here.
Exactly.
Running individual stacks.
Right, yeah.
I love that you picked the old school motor with the coils and the wires.
Yeah, I tried
so that it looks like an old school 429.
Exactly, you're exactly
that
right.
Engine cover, very nicely
Thank
done.
you. Yeah, I got a fiberglass cover, kind of covers the coil packs and all that. So you know, it kind of hides everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good job. Thank you, and good luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's time for the Lokar Lowdown with Kevin Ford.
For many years, Lokar's made pedals for all kinds of cars, different applications, and many different styles. As you know, over the years, styles change, so we try to change with them. What we've done now is we've come up with a pedal that fits a resto mod, or a modern muscle car that's kind of subdued, and we call that our resto mod series. These are billet aluminum pedals. They're available in anodized clear or black, great rubber pads with a styling cue to the factory pedals. They've got the performance of a Lokar pedal with our Delrin bushings, our throttle cables, Teflon lined, everything you can think of. It works great. These bolt in with a simple drill through your pad, bolt it on with the included hardware. Gas pedals bolt into your factory location. With this new look, you can't go wrong. I even use them in my personal car.
What a beautiful race Hemi in this Dodge, only made for 2 years. Welcome back to the Lokar Car Show. An all-original Boss 429 Mustang at this car show is amazing. I'm here with Dan. This is a 1968, and he's going to tell us all about his car.
It's a 69 Boss 429 Mustang that I purchased in 1975 off of the original owner. So I've had it 46 years now.
And how many miles have you put on it in those times?
In 46 years, we put approximately 2,500 miles on the car.
So it looks like the majority of the miles was put on by the original owner, because back in that day, it was just a car, wasn't worth what it is today.
Right.
That's cool. Now, you said you had the person who designed all the Bosses sign the visor too.
Yes. Yeah, Larry Shinoda.
That is so cool. Now, the few changes that you made on this car, does it hurt the value at all?
Not really, because I have all the parts. They can be put right back on. There's not, there's not going to be anything different or changed about it. But yeah, we have almost all the original pieces for it.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this out, Dan. To see an all original 429, first time I've ever seen it, so this is a special deal for me. And I'm sure everybody out there is going to love it as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Frank, I love the stacks. I love the oversized tennis balls. Where'd you get them?
Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply. I'm gonna have to go there for sure.
The dog chewies.
Okay, 572 cubic inch Hemi. Tell me about your car.
It's a Barton Motors, dynoed at the flywheel at about 820 horse.
Wow.
With carburetors on it. I originally ran it with a cross ramp.
Right.
Nostalgia Superstock.
So was this an original Hemi car?
No.
It was a 440 car.
Original Coronet 440.
Wow.
Not sure what motor was in it. Probably a 383 or something like that.
How much of it have you done?
I did most of everything you see.
What about the paint and body?
Paint and body was done by a shop actually about 5 miles up the road here.
Really?
I live in Chardon, we're about 50 miles away, but a shop here in Pennsylvania did the...
How does it run with those stacks?
Pretty good so far, but I'm still trying to learn how to tune it. It's electronic.
It's electronic fuel injection?
Yes.
Now you said at one point this thing was totaled from the firewall forward?
Yeah, I hit a brick wall.
Wow.
Across the street from my shop.
And did you do all that work yourself as well?
Most of it. The body shop did the rest.
It's nice when people do a good job to make a drag car look good as well as drive good, you know? Thank you so much, Frank, for letting us check out your car. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Charlie, and
Yes,
your
sir.
wife, Denise.
Yes.
Tell me about this car. I was looking at the pamphlet, and what you were telling me about it was just amazing. So I'd like to know everything about it.
Okay, it's a 1965 Dodge A990, and that code meant that's, if you knew how to order a car back in the 60s, there'd be like a special code, and the code for this car was A990. The object was its horsepower to weight. So what they did in this was they removed a lot of stuff on the car. You'll notice the armrests are moving. It sits on A100 van seats. There's no rear seat. The windows are fixed and there's no window mechanisms in the car or anything.
Now they took that and they were able to put a big giant battery that you said weighs what, 80 pounds?
The battery weighs 80 pounds. Then they set it on a 40-pound steel plate. As I told you, I said, when I'm having a bad day, I start this car and I feel good inside that heavy motor.
I could see how that could be. Yep. Thank you so much, guys, for letting us check out your car. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't go far. We'll be right back.
Bill, I am so glad I came this year. This is absolutely phenomenal, the amount of people, the amount of cars.
We knocked one out of the park today. I mean, we had the perfect day. It was only 75 degrees, 0 chance of rain, 300 cars in this place before 9 o'clock in the morning. Wow. And this show doesn't start until 2.
Now, what is Greenville itself known for?
Greenville was an industrial town. I mean, we had the largest manufacturer of railroad cars in the United States here. We had the largest manufacturer of aluminum ladders here. You didn't want to even try and drive through this place at 3:30 in the afternoon. They had to have traffic cops directing traffic through here. But it's still a great town, and the people are great.
Yeah,
you know,
people really are great.
You know,
Frank and all his friends over here with all those race cars, they built all those cars themselves.
Oh yeah.
And the camaraderie they have together is amazing.
Yep, yeah, they're a tight-knit bunch. We give them a special place for them to do their thing, and they rock it.
They really do.
They really rock it.
And you know, to bring the variety of cars you see here, you see every kind of car you can imagine. You had a row of Volkswagens over there.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Old school, new school. You've got Corvettes. You got 3 ZL1s parked right next to each other.
Yes.
It's incredible. That's why it's such a family knit thing. You know, you got people from all over. So many families are here enjoying this together. I want to thank you very much for having us out here. I can't wait to come next year and following years after that. You know?
Sam, we love having you here, man.
Absolutely.
We love having you
Thank you so much,
Bill.
Bill. I really appreciate it. Chuck, I was walking up and I noticed the murdered look of your 68 Camaro and how nicely done it was. Then I noticed the big fat tires, all the work on the inside. Tell me about your 68.
Well, 68 Pro Street has a big block 496 Chevy in it. It's got a Rosler transmission in it, 9-inch forward rear end.
I love the silver stripes with the black, really sets this car off. Was that your idea?
No, exactly like that when I got it.
Really?
Yeah, it was done.
That is nice.
I liked it.
The cowl hood is really nice.
Thank you.
What kind of suspension is underneath it?
It's got tubular upper-lower control arms on the front, just regular coil springs. It's got coil-over springs in the back with drag race suspension.
You know, whoever built the interior of this car really took their time and put a lot of care into it because the interior looks just as nice as the exterior.
Yeah.
And for a drag car to do that is impressive because a lot of people just build a drag car, throw it together, and go out. But for this thing to look the way it does is really nice, nicely finished. That's really nice. Thank you so much, Chuck, for letting us check out your car.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
This is absolutely beautiful, Tony. Please tell me about the car. I noticed it, and then I heard that you drove this all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, with your mother in the passenger seat with that transmission in the car.
Yeah.
I gotta hear the story.
My mom and dad got it for me when I was 15 years old. My first car, I drove it to high school.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to get a big tire car, so out of high school, I had it back half, and that turned into a full tube chassis.
Right.
And then the car sat for like 22 years. Tried and find somebody to finish the car once I finally got the motivation and the money together again. And then I bumped into Jason Burns from American Race Cars out in Port Clinton. He finished the car for me. Everything you see is hand built.
How many cubes?
638.
Wow, what kind of horsepower you make?
1,200.
So do you ever plan on dragging this, or did you ever drag it in the past?
I have dragged it in the past when it was a stock body car, and that was I was 19 years old. But I have no immediate intentions of drag racing it.
I wouldn't either. This is too beautiful.
I'm having too much fun with it right now. I can go anywhere I want.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Check out your Camaro.
I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
That is old school cool. Check out that paint job. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Heritage Day Super Cruise.
Brad, this car is beautiful. I remember you and I talking about it last night at the hotel parking lot, and everything that you told me about with the console, the surrounds around the rear seat, the louvers in the rear metal deck. This is beautiful. Tell me about it.
My dad had built a Pontiac pickup back in '63.
Yeah.
Going to the car shows, it was always nice when people would think it was an original build, and that's what I really liked. And so I was trying to do this to look like a possible prototype or original type.
So you even did the surrounding around the rear seat. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I kind of had in mind like the older Corvettes, how they had chrome around it and then painted outside that like body color, like it was all one unit. It's kind of a built-in feature is what I was trying to accomplish. This package tray here is 58 Bonneville molding here.
Now, how did you actually construct, what went into constructing that center console? You even got courtesy lights in there.
Yeah, the courtesy lights are actually 60 Bonneville like my dad's pickup was. This part here was a template for the upper part. The originals had this height, this bevel, and I was trying to match that to be as close to an original thought as it could be. Yep, that's African rosewood.
You know what I like that you did here is under the hood, you did put an aftermarket AC in it, but you didn't make it look like you did.
Right,
with the firewall.
Tried not making it stand out as different other than a few chrome items.
I'm here with Frank in his 1970 Opel GT, and look at that motor sticking out the hood. It's loud as can be and makes all the horsepower you can handle, right?
Yeah, it's got enough horsepower.
Tell me about the car. When did you build it? Did you build the whole thing?
Yeah, I did. I built the whole car from the ground up, the chassis, the motor, and all the paint job.
The paint job?
Yeah, did everything.
A lot of people build their own cars, but they don't have the skill to do the body work and to have somebody else do it. So to do it all yourself is pretty impressive.
The trick is you want to know what it's going to look like before you start. You can do anything.
So tell me about the specs of the car. What kind of engine's in there?
It's 379 cubic inch, small block. It's a dart block. It's got big roller cam in it, chrome moly crankshaft. It's got all good pieces in there. Aluminum heads, mechanical fuel injection, runs on E85.
So you got mechanical fuel injection running on E85 and you tuned it yourself?
Correct.
I can't tell you how impressive that is because today we're using computers, fuel injectors, and a lot of technology to be able to tune in E85.
Right.
You know, for you to be able to do it with old school mechanical injection and it runs so good and you make the power you're making it. This thing's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me check it out, Frank. I appreciate it.
What a great show, I'll tell you. First of all, we got to God bless that we had such a beautiful day. And God bless we're still under the American flag. And God bless Sam and his crew that came here and did this beautiful show. Bill Sumner's in the background. A one-man army that does this show and even throws in a little money on the side whenever we're short. That's really special. But what really is special is all the great people that come out to help make this show such a success.
You know, this is a real show. I mean, this is crazy. The variety of cars, the high-class cars, so much money in the valuable one-off that you see here. It's insane. And there's an abundance of them. It's, you know, the one with the Camaro, the black Camaro who drove from Cleveland with his mother in the passenger seat, basically a Pro Mod car, 1,200 horsepower.
And heat, no air conditioning.
No, nothing. I mean, that was a great story to hear. She bought the car for him when he was 15 and she drove with him here and just really enjoyed the build with him. And that's priceless, you know?
Oh, that's great.
What a great town, what a great people, and what great cars.
Thank you.
But Bill, really, I mean, he is a one-man army, and to put up this show, you know, I've heard about it or whatever, but to come out and see it, and not just this street, we're talking every street, every parking lot, and this whole area was filled with beautiful high-end cars. That's a wrap here in Greenville, Pennsylvania. I'm so glad I was able to experience the Heritage Days Super Cruise as it was attended. As you know, last year this show did not go on. This year, look at all the cars, look at all the people. Absolutely cool to see.
Join us next week as we head to Alabama to the Boss Hog Torque Converters, Cars, and Truck Show.